things I saw as the mentor, in the fall, we come in for one of these key pivotal moments that Leah was talking about. We come in as mentors, and we've talked about what news is, and Gil's talked with the students about that. And then he calls us in when it's time, calls the mentors in when it's time for the students to pitch their stories. And in the fall, we ask them for 3 or 4 pitches. We ask each group to give us several options because we know that as people just starting out on this path, that they're going to come up with some ideas that hit home, and some that are kind of not quite there, or not quite newsworthy, or not quite suited to being told this way, or maybe not of interest to the audience. By the time we get to January, we ask them for a single pitch, and it's less coming in and saying, okay, let's evaluate your ideas and debate them and come up with and massage them until they're right. It's just, you're thinking like a journalist now, tell me what your story is. What are you going to tackle this semester? And we had that meeting about a week and a half ago. We came in and from 4 different groups had 4 different home run stories on the table in front of us. And then it's just a matter of us more asking, okay, so what are you going to do? How are you going to do this? How can we help you? Are there tools you need? Are there, do you need guidance? What can we do for you to help you realize what you're doing, rather than the hand-holding and the walking through the process? So what we were able to do now is advance it one step further, and we heard what the stories were, and then Erica, the other mentor, and I started thinking and talking, and we realized that a freedom of information request was something that would be really relevant to some of these stories. And so we went back a few days later and we did a whole request about freedom of information. And to see these students in this class, I wish we'd been doing it all along, because the idea, these people lit up. You said, okay, well, you can write a letter. It's like this magic letter, and it's going to make grown-ups in power give you information they don't want to share. You write the letter, and they have to give it to you. And by the time I got home from that lesson 10 minutes later, I had an email with a FOIA draft in my box from one of the groups that was ready to tackle this. And it's such an exciting, powerful experience. Again, no matter what you're doing, and it helps you evaluate information, see the power of information, and really see where this is coming from. And that all happened in the space of just a few months.